Alright, the match is already starting. We are live, and by we are live, I mean we are not live, because I had an official at the same time as this happened. So instead I am recording this a day later, using the S20 demo. I have not been spoiled, I do not know any results except for my own. This match is HLN, which is Highlander Nogoi, or BBN is the tag right here, against Cerberus, which is CB, on red here, who seem to be losing the mid-fight. Looking at numbers, medics retreating all the way to spawn at 50% here. And I already saw, oh, it's crits versus stock. And the crits has built a lot faster right here. And what I already saw is that the red NG is running the Eureka effect on Koth, which is quite unique. Here's the Quitsuber. Got himself 2 kills with it, including the red Pyro who wears the tag weirdly. And again, one of those super aggressive snipers who actually peek the stairs instead of playing all the way back. Wins the duel. Generally, a very, very aggressive play from Highlander Nogoi over here. So yeah, whenever there's not too much going on, I'm going to use the chance to... oh, that was a nice direct hit. I'm going to use that chance to explain why I chose this match, what I think of the other matches, what's going on this week of Highlander. But I will be cutting out the pre-game, I will be cutting out the halftime break, and I will be cutting out anything after it. Probably, I don't know. Another Quitsu, but those are coming pretty quick here. Oh, Heavy almost got away with it. And he did trade it for the demo. I'm seeing a backscatter in the kill feed just there. Red Scout, I guess. It's quite surprising. I'm seeing a lot of interesting unlocks whenever I cast, but never when I play. Anyway, yeah, this trend is sort of continuing with Highlander Nogoi just keeping the point for 1.5 minutes already, and just being ultra aggressive. Just, it's not a real forward hold. Oh, that's ready with from pool. What can I do with it? They just got out on the point with it, on the Pyro. I don't know what their demo is. That's the main pushing force. They do get the point, because they got themselves those big numbers. So yeah, maybe this is a bit of downtime that I can use. This week, a lot of the matches are super clear. Hold on, I have it on my phone. I'm not going to alt-tab either. Hold on, I'm just going to keep watching the medic in the meantime. I'm sorry if he doesn't catch too much action. By the way, they're holding pool, which is very unique. I do not actually see that happening a lot. Anyway, so basically every match is really clear. I can tell you Pop Masters is going to beat Unassisted Esports, B-Nest is going to beat War, CCCP is going to beat Default Hunters, etc. You know? All that stuff. Basically, every single team that got a win in week 1 is now facing a team that got a loss in week 1. With like almost no exceptions. I think if you want to look at some more interesting matches, there's one that was like... hold on, I can look it up. There was a team that got a default win only. Here, there's Double Upload versus Jinjang. That's one of the few other matches that I consider remotely close. Along with kind of our own, you know, there's us versus, I already forgot their name. Whoops. Granberry Juice, that's the one. But I chose this one to cast, because both Cerberus, who we're watching right now, they've been holding on to the super really long, and they're actually successfully pushing the point without it. Oh, they're still on crits. I'm in a 24/7 crits over here. So both Cerberus and Highlander Nogoi have been playing Steel before, in the last season, back when Steel was not the lowest division in UGC. Also, quick reminder in case you didn't hear about this, because there has been like no post or anything, Iron no longer exists. There's, I don't know, they just emptied it out and didn't tell anyone. Oh, there's the body shot. I was going to say drop, it wasn't a drop, but it was a met pick. And then they immediately push with that, they immediately get out on the point. I think they also, yeah, they also popped their crits Uber. Question is whether that was even necessary. But either way, they have it back and they only need it for 10 seconds. So I guess that's why it doesn't really matter. They're whipping to get out of there, trying to contest the point. But against a team like Highlander Nogoi and missing all these combo classes, I don't think that is really going to work. There it is. That's 1-0 for Highlander Nogoi, who I consider slightly more likely to win. They, in this match, were the team that got a win last week, with Cerberus being the ones who lost last week, because that apparently needs to be a system for every match here. But yeah, I still consider them pretty equal. I believe neither of them made it into Steel playoffs last time. That's a very careful mid-fight from Red here. They're not going to win anything with that. I mean, sure, they want pool. They really seem to like playing around pool and then pushing from there. Which, I mean, it's acceptable. It's got a lot of cover. But you do have to push out through a very, like, spammy choke point. And you don't want to be trapped in a small place when the enemy is popping crits Ubers the second they get them. So that's another reason why I think Highlander Nogoi might have the upper hand here. They got much stronger mid-fights. And, yeah, I disagree with Cerberus' positioning. Here it is. Here's the actual backscatter. Putting a bit of damage on the medic. Not much, though. It's a very interesting choice. I mean, I do understand that the downside is relatively small. But the upside is barely ever going to make a difference. That's why I find it very unviable. Oh, here's the Scout Uber. That's not gonna happen with a pistol against a full combo. And again, very aggressive positioning. Very often to be seen on the point itself when they have it. Highlander Nogoi. And only coming back to this dispenser when they have a reason for it. And then Cerberus. This is the thing they're doing. There's another crit Uber. Oh, they get the demo. Numbers in favor of blue. No, not really anymore. This might be something to push with. Have a small Uber advantage too. If only you could stop playing pool so much. It is up to Cerberus now to realize that that is not working out too well for them. Wait, was he disguised as a soldier? I do not fully understand why. Alright. Alright, and here's another bit of Highlander Nogoi playing pretty well. They give the point when they know they're going to lose it. They don't feed unnecessary kills. They are organized enough to move out together. This is all looking rather strong from them. Shout out to Wyrian, the red demo, Wurian, who basically I just added him. He's another leader. And I was like, yo, can you give me the S20 demo without spoilers when you're done? And he was like, yeah, sure, I saw your last cast. And I realized that that was like the first time I added someone and they knew who I was and what I did. I don't know, I'm not gonna claim that there's like fucking, I need a fan club now. I'm not Mando Star. I should probably explain that. Mando Star is... I'm not talking very much about what's happening, but I'm feeling a bit tangent-y. So I'm just going to tell stories. Oh, a lot of red dye in here. That's going to go back to blue at that point, even without the medic. This is one of those few moments where red finally have their Uber advantage. So we will finally get to see what they do with it. Which we didn't get many opportunities for, simply because it didn't happen a lot. So, I forgot what I was going to tell a story about. That's right, Mando Star. Mando Star, I mean, I shouldn't shit on teams in, like, basically every cast I do. But, they're a Highlander team. ETF2L Open. I don't actually think I've seen them in UGC. And, they're just sort of, you know, meh. They're pretty meh. Or a low-level team, one of many. I'm not going to claim that they ridiculously suck, but they're a low-level team, alright? And they have like 5 Steam groups, or so. They call themselves the Mandostar Esports organization. They have a Counter-Strike team on the side. They have a Steam fan group with no fans in it, only the players. And they have like a corporate ass Twitter that's sending out like really pretty stats about like recent games and tournaments and stuff. And honestly, it's kind of cool that they built their little like infrastructure with that. But the results just aren't there. They just have no reason to pretend to be so famous. You know, it feels like that's the kind of team that's in competitive, not for the sport, but for the fame. Which they're not even going to get, because good luck being famous with TF2 Highlander. So I don't know, it just feels a bit ingenuine. And sometimes when small people think of themselves too greatly, I get reminded of Mandostar's fanless fan club. Right, that's a little side tangent story as Blue gets the point back with massive numbers and only 10 seconds on the clock. So that might be the second round. Quick reminder about how UGC does COF maps. The first half ends when either team has 3 round wins, like anywhere. But the whole match only ends when either team has a total of 4. So in most cases, the second half is going to be a lot shorter. I'm very confused about what the Red Power is putting in all chat there. First of all, it's interesting that they call it bath. I call it pool. I hear some people calling it fountain. And I think there's a few other names. The place with the water. The, like, only thing that's unique about Lakeside. The fact that there's a bit of water next to the point. Like, just a little bit. Yeah, let's talk about Lakeside for a bit, as Halil Nogoi is playing, for once in their lives, very passively in their mid-fight. Oh, there's the crits, gotta put it on the medic, before they get their stock Uber. He didn't get him. No, wait, yes he did. He went down. I think he got a headshot. I only saw it on the left side of the screen, I didn't look at the, kill feed. Yeah, I think he got headshot. Haven't memorized the names yet either, so if it just says Chinese Dan something, then I won't exactly know who that is. Is that a Natasha? Yep, that's a Natasha. Interesting. More unique unlocks. And by unique, I mean collectors. Oh! There's the red Kritzuber. They learned. They're like, oh, that works. Okay, then we'll do it too. And it did in fact work out. Blue medic down. No, wait, am I confused now? Was the blue medic who got headshot? Oh god. I'm so unprofessional, guys, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is not how you hold the point on Lakeside. You will die to real aggression very soon. You're kinda gonna get spammed out as soon as they dare to leave their little lobby area all the way back there. The scout shouldn't be so much with the combo either. And when you're holding, you don't want to be in the choke. You want the enemy to be in the choke, and you want to be in the open. So you can spam. Just a bit of things. Ooh, that was quite pretty. There's a reason I leave. Oh, was that a little bit of a misunderstanding about the med pack there? Anyway, I forgot. Again, I forgot. There's too many thoughts. There's too many thoughts through my mind. And there's nobody watching live to remind me. So you're just going to be haunted forever by the story I didn't tell. Or, I don't know if it was a story. Whatever. Getting his dispenser back up behind pillar. Which I find always very valuable here. In general, Koth Engineer is all about that dispenser. More than anywhere else. And Lakeside encourages it very much, because a holding pillar is a very nice place to be, no matter if you have the point or not. And, yeah, it has no ammo packs, it has no health packs. If you want to be justified in staying there, you need the dispenser and the protection and the medic, and you need to really dedicate to it. You gotta commit, and your whole team has to know this is where we are, this is where we play. And oh, is he gonna find that spy? Doesn't look like is that spy actually on 1 health? Yep. I kind of want to see what it's gonna do with it. You can always just go for the big health kit and pretend like nothing ever happened. That's also why I don't like big health kits. Like, I'm a heavy. All the damage I do is like gradual and like zipping down your health. Draining. And if I put 172 damage on a pyro and then he serves it onto the big health kit, I'm gonna be quite annoyed if he's like undoing all that work. So yeah, I don't fully approve of those, but whatever, it makes it interesting. I feel like a lot of the like geometry of Lakeside makes it pretty boring. You know, there's nothing really special about it. And having a bit of water, having a big ammo pack in the middle, health kit in the middle of it, that's unique. That's like unlike anything else. So I guess that's the reason why, and I do suppose it's worth it. Red getting the point back, and they do also have a lot less time on the clock. So this might be around that Cerberus can win. Putting Highlander Nogoi at disadvantage and making them, oh god, forcing them into having to attack this again. I always feel if you're defending, you're allowed to play the time, you're allowed to relax, you just gotta stay alive, I suppose. Don't make any big mistakes. And the pressure is on for the attacking team, trying to think of a way to break your defense. That is basically the that is 2-1. That is basically the, like, I don't know, the rhythm of TF2. And different game modes do that differently. I mean, obviously in Payload you have a set defending team, you have a set offensive team. Oh, now it's Hanan and Nogai playing pool immediately. Presumably because they called that that's what Cerberus likes to do. They try to meet them there, but I don't actually think that's worth it. I think if you play straight point, and the enemy plays pool, you already have the advantage in the mid fight. I think you can just keep doing it. Yeah, if you're in pool, you are going to get spammed out. It's many points, many parts of this map are really nice and open, except for that pool. And yet I see so many teams wanting to play pool voluntarily. It's a flank, it's nothing else. That's the crit Uber. Oh, against stock Uber. They've really changed places here. Cerberus has taken over the crits, and Highlander Nogoi has taken over the stock. I do not actually know what Nogoi means, or if I'm pronouncing it right, by the way. If Rattle or someone Russian, or if that even is Russian, or anyone could tell me, that would be nice. Yeah, sniper straight on point. It's something that I've seen multiple times before, and when he's got so many people with him, they can probably get away with it. He's probably got enough protection, wins the duel. This is his time to go for the medic. He saw that the medic is playing sand there. Just gotta find him and gets him. A lot of Gerardi now. It's very common here. Razorback band. And Cerberus out of ideas for this next push, with a massive Uber disadvantage. I'm actually going to try to find the Cerberus medic right now. Hold on. To see if they're still on crits. Yes, they are. That's a big mistake. They know that they have a massive disadvantage. They know that if they want to, and if their pick classes, if the Cerberus pick classes aren't good enough, Chinese Dandelion is just going to keep holding on to this Uber until they pop crits, and then they just completely deny it. And then you're gonna have to try again. And with all that time passing, all of that time is time that's going to tick off this clock right there. There's a minute gone already, and tendency is rising. This is looking tougher and tougher for Cerberus to not make this a 3-1 for Highlander Nogoi. That's a demo stab. Trying not to make this a 3-1 for halftime. And again, the very aggressive sniper on the point itself. Honestly, I feel like the bridge in the back and the bats They overlook a lot of things, don't they? But if your team generally has this really aggressive positioning, then it should be fine. Yeah, this is actually quite interesting. It feels a lot different to the Lakeside match I played yesterday. Just in terms of positioning and aggression. I felt really aggressive just because I peeked stairs a lot from my pillar. And then you look at someone like this and they're playing on top of the point, in front of the point. You know, pool. All these, what seems to me to be really odd positioning. And Red actually got it back here. Actually worked out for them. I believe it was the crits Uber right there. I don't always follow the action with my camera work. I mean, when I do the little match uploads without commentary of just my own games, that's when I focus, try to always hit the action. Obviously it's impossible in a 9v9, but, you know, doing my best. But if I'm trying to talk at the same time, if I'm trying to tell stories, if I'm trying to analyze the gameplay, maybe do a play-by-play, then also doing good camera work is kind of asking a bit too much of myself. There's the body shot. Med pick. Oh, the spider's the same. This, ladies and gentlemen, it's like an automatic response to me. Both medics died at the same time. Think about crits. Think about crits. That's what automatically happens in my head. That to me is the crit situation. You have to race the enemy medic to getting the Uber faster. And having it slightly faster is something that the crits are just really good at. Not only by building faster inherently, but also by profiting of, you know, having it when they don't. And if you can then kill the medic with each crit Uber, then you can keep that going. You can ride off it until you make a mistake. Right then, 15 seconds, and if Red doesn't do something great immediately, which I'm starting to think they might not, and this is going to be halftime already. I realize this is going to be a lot shorter video than last time. Simply because there's no pregame, but also because Koth is just inherently shorter. Alright, it's overtime, throwing themselves at the point, but there's a blue Uber. It's going to be very tough, I don't think. Yep, there it is, there it is. 3-1. 3-1 for Highlander Nogoi. It's going to be a tough second half. And yeah, I'm back in the main menu because it's STV and it's split into 2 parts. You can actually want me to just do the demo UI. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm gonna do another cut. See you when the second half starts. Alright, here we are. Looking at a vaccinator on Cerberus. Immediately the first thing I see is something very odd in the mid-fight, but I do not actually know how long this halftime break has been, simply because it's 2 separate demos. I don't know how much time passed in between. Well, it's a lot more aggressive and a lot more on the point from Cerberus. That's actually what they needed. You might be able to turn that into a round. It does look to me that they've learned from their mistakes in that first half, so maybe there has been enough time for them to actually like rethink their strats. Oh, old Jolk is pretty low now. Oh, the scout gets his picks there, even with Red Natasha, which means they have their crits now. And I do suppose the vaccinator is a good answer if they've decided, oh, we're just getting dominated by these crits every time. Then vaccinator is a justifiable answer. But that is if you can hold on to them. That is if you can bait out the crits Uber too. That is if you're really up to playing the vaccinator, which just demands so much more of the medic. And he goes down again. I saw him go down to the crit sticky. Oh, that's nice. The straight down aim is always awkward. But Ritz over here seem to be doing it pretty well. Alright, and this is the thing that I was talking about earlier. As long as you can kill the enemy med with your crits, you can run the Uber advantage forever. Well, that is also if you don't like hold on to your Uber too long. That's the other mistake you can make with crits, to wait. Crits is inherently a I'm going to roll with my advantage sort of medigun. And it's not going to work out with the Uber trades, unless it's against quick fix, of course. That was way too aggressive for Pyro. And because of it, his combo is now going to miss a member. Oh, there's another Uber happening on red. I'm only seeing the percentage drain on the left side of the screen. Which I, again, by the way, highly recommend for everybody. If my camera work isn't good enough, just keep a good eye on the like health and being alive and percentage left of the screen. That's probably better than anything you would get if you're in the actual game, in terms of knowing the situation. So he's playing Shotgun Pyro as well. It's pretty common. I personally disagree. I mean, obviously I'm just a pop Pyro, but I really like my flare gun. It just gives you something with a bit more range. Because if you don't use it, you're just completely locked into shorter range things. Oh, oh, oh! Can you do a lurk play here? No, no, we can't. Red Medic goes down as well. They haven't even capped the point yet, and it's only 40 more seconds until Highlander Nogoi can be the winner of this match. It will be a 4-1. That has been a quite unhappy second half. Simply because HLN have been playing their crits Uber so well. They're playing crits v crits now. At a disadvantage, at a small disadvantage. I don't really know if that's a good idea. And I believe that Natasha has like a damage oh! Well, that was a good spy play. Oh yeah. And only 10 more seconds. That means they're gonna build the Uber that far? Yes. This is gonna be one crit Uber in the very end. Oh, they gotta jump it. Oh, that might be too far away to even jump it. This might be it already. Yeah, and if I understand things correctly, if he has actually executed the UGC off config correctly, then the demo will end here as well, and even if it doesn't, there's nothing more to see. So thank you for watching this a lot shorter cast. I have been thinking about it. I think I might be doing this whenever I can't live stream a match. Because at the end of the day, there's more people watching it on YouTube than on Twitch anyway. So, maybe, if possible, I will try to do this every week. In which case, thank you and see you next week. Bye-bye.